Israel has a really crazy political situation right now. It's actually a little similar process overall to what the United States of America is experiencing. Different, but similar. All right, don't go away so you can learn all about this additional similarity between our countries and understand the craziness of our situation here in Israel. Folks, as you know, social media censorship is growing. The best way to support our video work for Israel is to subscribe to our video newsletter on pulseofisrael.com and to share our videos. If you are already a subscriber, then thank you. To make a long story short, a bill that protects Israel from an influx of Arab residents from Gaza, Judea and Samaria, Saudi Arabia, etc., other Arab countries, has to be voted upon in Israel's parliament, the Knesset. Our current Bennett-Lapid government does not have enough votes from the coalition parties in the government to pass the bill without votes from the opposition. Because this government includes the left-wing Meretz party, whose members oppose the bill, the Muslim Brotherhood Ram party, whose members also oppose the bill, and a member of the Israeli Labor Party, who also opposes the bill. Again, this is a bill critical to Israel's security. Yet the current Israeli government, as a coalition government, does not have the votes to support the bill. Fundamentally, the Likud and other opposition parties highlight that this is a sign of how horrible this government is, as the Bennett-Lapid government not only does not have the support of coalition parties to pass a bill that anyone who cares about Israel's security knows must pass, but to make the situation even worse, this government also includes parties and party members who are against this critical bill for Israel's security. What? Exactly. So the opposition highlights this as a clear sign that this is a dangerous government that can't protect Israel's interest because people in the government are against Israel's interests. Then you have the opposition, led by Netanyahu, who fundamentally support this bill, yet are threatening not to vote for it in order to highlight the danger of this government, that it can't protect Israel. So the Lapid-Bennett government talking points focus on how Netanyahu and the opposition don't care about Israel's security if they plan to vote against this critical bill. So obviously Netanyahu cares about Israel's security, but it is questionable why he doesn't want to support the bill. So without going into all the legislative details and offers, ultimately both sides make good points. However, the fact that Israel has a government that not only does not have the support of coalition partners to pass a critical security bill, but also includes members who are against that critical bill, says it all. While this government might be legal, it is a dangerous government that must be brought down ASAP, as soon as possible. One of the opposition leaders today summed it up like this, and I quote, "The opposition wants what is best for the state of Israel. The current government does not have the majority to pass a simple bill that is critical to Israel, yet they have a majority to pass any anti-democratic or anti-Jewish law they want. Nobody should come crying to us afterwards," end quote. As I continue to say since this new government began, regardless of whatever good things this government might do, and I'm sure it will do some good things, those things are not worth the huge price we will pay as a society for all the other things that the powers within this coalition government, from the ideological anti-Judaism, anti-family, and anti-Israel left within the government, what they will do to little by little erode the Jewish character of the state of Israel. Yes, there are plenty of things that need to be fixed in Israeli society. Every society has that all the time. And here in Israel especially, there are aspects of Israeli society where the ultra-Orthodox do have too much power. But the current government's way of partnering with the ideological anti-Judaism, anti-family, and anti-Israel left parties in the government is not the way to fix those issues. That will just cause more damage from the other direction. Some people believe that Prime Minister Naftali Bennett can stop the destructive plans of the left within his own government. But he can't. He obviously does not understand the left at all if he is willing to give them power in his government. The ideological left is not about making Israel a better Jewish country. Their goal is to destroy Israel as a Jewish country, to dilute the Jewish character of the State of Israel. The left might throw Bennett some policy bones here and there, like allowing certain rabbis to take over rabbinic positions and allow changes to the kosher division, but those things are peanuts compared to the societal changes the left will put into place while they're in power in government to erode the Jewish character of the State of Israel. This is a point that too few people understand who are supportive of Bennett, who are right-wingers, pro-Jewish, pro-Israel, etc. I will have to spend much more time dedicated to explaining this whole aspect so that people better understand the reality, and it is very complex. Interestingly, this is a very similar process the progressive left is doing today in the United States of America under the Biden administration. In the USA, the progressive left is about destroying patriotism and destroying the place of God in the public sphere of the country. In Israel, the left is exactly the same, just with a laser focus on eroding and destroying the Jewish identity of the State of Israel. And on a positive note, we will overcome this, folks. And we're in this together. It's the same battle. Don't lose hope and stay posted with the truth. And you can get it from me.
Pulse of Israel, frontline videos from the Holy Land. Support our work by donating today.